Yo, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we are looking at the best abilities in Madden 25 Ultimate Team. I wanted to make this video because I think that abilities are honestly by far the most important thing in the game. They really are needed if you want to play competitive games of Madden. For example, abilities like KOs on your defensive players are by far very important because no abilities on those guys. Instead, you're getting a chance at a knockout. But with those abilities, you are guaranteed a knockout. So I think obviously there is some sort of need for these abilities. If you're not running these abilities, you are putting yourself at a huge disadvantage. But in today's video, I'm going to be going over my favorite abilities in the game, some that I think you guys should be using as well. Now, I know with the Super Bowl promo, we have a lot of X factors too. I'm not going to be going over the X factors, but obviously some are broken and then some are like useless, like Mind Reader, for example, on defense is broken. Omaha, obviously broken. Film Study, stupid. I mean, these abilities are abilities that just break the game where there's really no skill gap. Obviously, once those abilities turn off, they're not good anymore and you're wasting AP, but it can definitely be a little hard to deactivate abilities like Mind Reader because they literally know what play you're going to be running and it's hard to get 30 yards. But I mean, those are just that's my opinion. I think those abilities are horrible. I know a lot of people agree, but we're not really looking at X factors in this video. We're looking at abilities. So let's go ahead and start it off with one of, I think, is the most important ability in Madden right now, and that's mid-zone KO. I have this literally all around my defense. There are going to be certain players who get it for discounts. So some players will get it for 0. Some people will get it for 1 AP. Some will get it for 2. And then most, no discount is 3 AP, but you got to get this ability discount. You got to get those players who have discounted mid-zone KO. You might be wondering what mid-zone KO is. Basically, you're going to get more catch knockouts, and your players are going to react quicker in a midfield zone coverage. So less than 20 yards from the line of scrimmage inside the numbers and 10 to 20 outside. It's lighting up around the whole field other than like the flats area, but still on the outside and the inside of the field. It's just on the outside. It's not going to be that 0. It's not going to be from the line of scrimmage to 10 yards. It's going to be 10 to 20. But it's literally probably the best ability in the game, I think, other than Pick Artist. Like, Pick Artist and mid-zone KO by far are the most important abilities in this game for your defensive backs. So with mid-zone KO lighting up basically all around the field other than the flats, obviously deep in and deep out KOs are going to be for those deep routes. But with loop blitzes this year, plays really don't have much time to develop those routes. So mid-zone being ran by a lot of players basically on every DB. Another ability would be Pick Artist, and that's going to be better catching, and you're going to get unlimited stamina on pick returns until you do a juke move, a spin move, any kind of skill move. Your stamina is going to stay unlimited until you do a skill move. So you basically, with Pick Artist, are getting a chance at a pick 6 basically every time you pick the ball off. Also with Pick Artist, you will get diving animations. It's not acrobat, but Pick Artist definitely will give you diving animations. I've seen so many people get crazy diving interceptions with Pick Artist on. You literally don't need acrobat anymore for that. Like this Haloti Nada, Pick Artist on, he literally in the flats, I have him in my slot corner, he will literally dive for interceptions with Pick Artist. It's insane. I love this card a lot, even though he doesn't get a mid-zone or flat zone KO, which I would probably prefer because knockouts are very important. But Ravens theme team, I'm just running Haloti Nada. So again, Pick Artist mid-zone. You could see I have Brian Dawkins mid-zone Pick Artist, John Lynch mid-zone Pick Artist, Marlon Humphrey mid-zone, Haloti Nada Pick Artist, Dion mid-zone Pick Artist, and then even Ray Nitschke I have mid-zone Pick Artist, Lurk Artist. So I mean, you can see mid-zone, you need mid-zone on basically every DB and your sub linebackers or middle linebackers. One of the most valuable abilities in the game because it actually sets a difference in gameplay. Like, you will see your defense play 10 times better if you're not running mid-zone KO already. You're not running deep out, deep in zone KO. If you're not running even flat zone KO on a slot cornerback, which I would probably do, get your KOs, right? Look for the discounted KO players, pick them up. They will change your defense entirely. Let's go over to the offensive side of the ball though. Let's go ahead and go over to this Deion Sanders right here. My favorite ability for him, he's in the slot-o-matic 1 AP. This is by far one of the most underrated abilities in Madden. So basically, when lined up in the slot-o-matic is basically route tech and shorts in elite. Basically, you're going to get faster cuts from the line of scrimmage to 10 yards, basically route tech in that area. And then you're also going to get better catching in that same area. So it's literally route tech plus short and elite combined for 1 AP. Obviously, I know route tech lights up around the whole field. Obviously, route tech's way better than this ability. Route tech is crazy. We're not really in that route tech area of Madden yet where those are getting discounted, but Slot-O-Matic, if you want to have your slot wide receiver literally turn into probably the best slot wide receiver in the game, you need Slot-O-Matic on him. Also, I'm not going over these X Factor abilities on these Super Bowl cards. They are technically abilities, you could call them that, but they are just X Factors turned into abilities, and obviously those are going to be crazy. Like, those are better than abilities in general, but the AP cost, I'm not ever running those. Odell Beckham, the LTD, gets double me for 3 AP, I'm pretty sure, which again, that's crazy. Probably the best, you could say, quote unquote, ability in the game. Double me right here. This one's not the LTD, so it's 4 AP, but definitely one of the craziest. I'm not gonna be calling this X Factor abilities, but there will be probably a point in Madden this year where you're gonna see straight X Factors as abilities. So get ready for that. Route tech right here, one of the best abilities in the game. There's not really a good amount of discounts for it right now, so I wouldn't recommend running it. Let's go over to quarterback. If you guys are looking for the best quarterback abilities, this is not the best setup on Marcus Mariota right here, but Gunslinger is a need in this game. You need Gunslinger. I don't care what you say. Gunslinger is a need. Certain players get it for 2, 1 AP. Gunslinger, you need on your quarterback. Another ability, essentially, Master Tactician. Master Tac is going to be hot routes, conductor, so faster hot routes, and quick playmaker reactions, which is QB playmaker. So all of those abilities in one. Master Tac is a very much needed ability in this game. Probably one of the most essential quarterback abilities too. Another great ability is Dashing Deadeye, perfect pass accuracy on the run up to 40 yards. If you're escaping the pocket, you're running away, and you can just make perfect passes on the run. I mean, why not? There are certain players who get this for 1 AP. This card doesn't have the best QB ability setup. I'm only running him for the Eagles team. I know there's a Jalen Hurts coming out soon. Hopefully, I can get my hands on that. Another great ability is Gift Wrapped for 1 AP. Higher chance to complete passes to uncovered targets. I don't use it, but I think it does actually make a difference. So it's up to you if you want to run that or not. Let me know if you guys see if it makes a difference, but definitely one of the elite abilities in Madden for 1 AP. At the start of the year, Gift Wrap was a must because of the bad pass accuracies, but I think Gift Wrap's really not needed. But again, you could run it, you could not run it. That's my opinion. Gunslinger, Master Tac, Gift Wrapped, Dashing Deadeye, probably the best abilities on the quarterback position in Madden right now. Let's go ahead and go over some defensive lineman abilities. I have this DeMarcus Ware right here, probably not the average D lineman that you will have on your team, but Double or Nothing, one of the most important abilities on your D line. Grants dominant pass rush wins at twice the cost. Another great one, I think, is Defensive Rally. For a certain price, it's actually pretty good. You're going to get a pass rush point to O-lineman on 3rd and 4th down. Basically the most essential downs in Madden because give you a higher chance at a turnover on those downs, and that could really change and sway a game depending on what game mode you're playing. Pass rushing wise, though, I would only run Double or Nothing, Defensive Rally. You could argue Edge Threat. I actually am running Edge Threat on Terrell Suggs. It does light up. It's not as good as it used to be in past Maddens, but I still think it's a great pass rush ability for 1 AP. I wish it was 0 AP. For defensive tackles, I usually run inside stuff or Double or Nothing. I don't have Double or Nothing on right now because I'm running dime, so I don't really need Double or Nothing in dime. I'm just running inside stuff, but again, it's really up to you on what you want to run. I think essentially defensive tackle is the only 2 abilities you should be running. Inside stuff, Double or Nothing. So we've covered a lot of abilities in this game. I guess we'll just go over some running back abilities if you want to put abilities under running back. Running the ball in this game, incredibly hard against certain players, but if you want to put abilities under running back, one of the best of 1 AP abilities for a running back is Balance Beam. Avoid stumbling as a ball carrier is actually pretty important than you might think. Grab and Go is pretty good. Quick returning, change of direction after a rat catch. Pretty good if you put your RB on flat routes or, streak routes a lot. Another one, Human Joystick, pretty solid. Like quicker turning and change of direction. Even like when you first hand the ball off, if you want to hit a hole faster, Human Joystick will do that. Another good one, because this year we have the Boom Tech. Cordell Stewart doesn't get it, but Tank is a very good ability, breaking hit stick tackles every time. And they actually can, like, if you get past everybody on the field and there's one defender left and he goes for the hit stick, you're breaking that tackle and you're literally scoring a touchdown. So again, some people mentally will just forget that you're running Tank and still try and hit stick you. It's a great ability for your running back. I'm not running it because Cordell Stewart doesn't even have the ability, but again, Tank, very elites, Balance Beam, Human joystick. What was the other one? Grab and go. Yeah, grab and go. Great abilities on your running back. Would definitely recommend that. If you're gonna run abilities on your O lineman, I'm running this pass protector right now, even though I probably shouldn't be, but post up, if you're gonna run one post up, which is basically dominant wins when engaged in double team. So one post up only on your center because he will always be in a double team. If you're gonna run two post ups, put one on your left guard and right guard because you're basically gonna win every double team then. Nasty streak is very elite when you're running the ball down the field because you're gonna win blocks against the DBs and the linebackers. Secure protector is also a great ability in this game. Again, I wouldn't really worry about O-lineman abilities. Again, you'll see later on in the year that when those abilities get discounted, I'll run them. But with the loot blitzes, you're not gonna block loot blitzes or some other blitzes with abilities on your O-lineman. So again, I wouldn't worry about O-lineman abilities right now. I think I went over essentially every ability that I use basically right now in Madden. Again, you got to get those mid-zone KOs. If you don't have KOs on your defense, you are at a huge disadvantage. That's my takeaway from this video. If you don't have KOs surrounding your defense on literally every DB, you're at a disadvantage. But I think that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe. Hopefully I can post more Madden content for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out my last video in the top left. Peace.